Welcome to the coaching app. So this video is just going to be a quick breakdown of some of the main features of the app, but feel free to reach out with any questions if you have any at all. So on the today screen or the home screen, you will have a breakdown of everything that you have going on. You have your training program there, you have steps, your daily calories, food journal, and some countdown timers as well towards goals. And I'll show you how to do that later in this video. So what we're going to do is just run into the workout side of things. So you have basically start workout, a description of your session, and of course an overview of what you have coming up. So before we move on, this top right icon has where you can turn off the rest timer, you can download the session, or turn off the videos auto playing if you like. Now as we enter the session, some of the main things you're going to see here are the exercise name, of course, and then the amount of reps and sets you need to do. So what you can see here with this particular movement, we have this icon in the video, which has the cues for the specific exercise and also an opportunity for you to write a specific note for you on the specific exercise. So if you, for example, have the seat at seat 5 or a specific setting, this is where you can make a note so that every time you come back to this exercise, it's going to record that. So along the top here, we have the name of the exercise, and this first icon is how you're going to see your numbers that you've done so far. So for example, all of the data you've had will show here, how much you've lifted, how many times you did it. It will also highlight your current record as well. To the right of that, we have the comments. So you can comment on the specific exercise. This is where you can also leave your form check. So you can upload videos to show me technique, add any questions, and then this will be sent to me as a notification on this particular exercise. The last little icon here are these 3 dots, and this is where you can add a set, delete a set, or even replace an exercise. So this is something that's really good because you can obviously replace it. The idea is to stick with the exercise we have set. However, you can do that if there is something that isn't free. You can also leave a note and let me know what exercise you decided to do instead. So you have set 1 here. You have, say, 20 kilos on that, and you did 15 reps. As soon as you tick that plus, as in you've checked it off, that timer starts. So instantly that comes up. You can take away time or you can add time. And of course you can skip the timer if you like. So as you get through the session, you'll find that at the end, you just need to swipe this to the end and it'll show you a breakdown of what you did. And of course, any notifications around that specific session. So that is that done. You can also go back and edit the session later on if you like. So if you didn't quite get through all of it, you can actually go through and edit it later on. So moving down the line, we have the step tracker here again, which is synced with your health app. You got your daily calories. So if that's set for you, then you can see what exactly you need to be doing for that particular goal. And you have your food journal. This is where you can obviously add meals, take photos of everything if this is the way we're tracking. Countdown timers, this is basically just a way to see visually how long you have until your goal. So that's pretty cool. So in order to set that up, we're going to jump ahead to the U page on the bottom right, and we're going to go into goals. And this is where we can set a timer. So we basically just need to call it something, select the date, choose an icon, and then we can obviously pin it to the home screen, and then it turns up at the home screen down the bottom. So moving along, the coaching tab, we have your training for the week. This is where you can adjust everything. So these are the sessions we have on. We can also change this. So the icon at the top, tap this, drag it down, and that moves the session. The top right corner, we can see the weekly view of everything that you need to do. Next tab down, we have tasks. So this is where you may have things like your weekly check-in form. You may have to upload photos. You might have measurements. You may have a video to watch or something to do. This is where it would be placed on your task calendar. And then below this is where you have your habits. So for example, these are some of the previous tasks that this person has had. So as you go back, you can see that those will come up there. You have your macronutrients for the week. You have food journal if you're taking photos, and of course resources, which is also along the bottom here. The next tab over, you have message, so you can send a message directly if you like. If it is something that's a little bit more important than a specific comment on an exercise, then you can message me directly via this, and it will just come up in my inbox as more of a, let's say, more of an urgent type message, as opposed to a specific thing you may have written on a exercise that I'll get to towards the end of the week. Now we have the resource section. This is where you have all your resources and guides. So nutrition guides, recipes, other training guides. So you can access this through the bottom right here. And of course, these workout collections, which you can also see. You have different types of stretching movements, different types of stretching sessions if you would like to as well. So these are all here. Feel free to use those as well. To the U page on the right, we basically just have all the settings. So the top right corner, you have your profile settings. This is also where you can turn off notifications and add your app integration. So if you would like to sync it with Apple, you can do that. If you like to sync it with Fitbit, of course, and then MyFitnessPal. So this automatically links with the app. The only thing that you need to do when it comes to MyFitnessPal is turn your diary sharing settings to public, and then you'll be able to sync it to the app. There's also an Everfit walkthrough if you would like to watch that video as well. And back to the home screen, there is this little plus icon here. So if you'd like to tap on that, you can also add any extra activities that you do. You might say that you did a walk and it was for an hour. And as you log that activity, it's just going to log it back to the main screen. And you can see here that you've got this little drop down, which means you did your training session for the day and you also did your walk. Any questions at all, make sure you reach out. Otherwise, welcome to the app.